And we are back. Last time, I threw up a whole lot, and I talked to this guy, and just a whole lot. Someone in the comment section told me a tiny, itty bitty tiny bit about. Where is it? Where is it? Not my clothes. With the ledger. That, when I was like, oh, shouldn't it started a new game, that it actually didn't start a new game? And that if I was a little bit patient, something might have happened? I don't know. He didn't. He just said that it didn't start a new game. So I'm going to do that real quick. But first, I'm just going to save game. Alright, let's talk to the ledger once more.
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
Yep.
A cabbage of papers hanging from the board.
Yep.
With the permeables drawer inside.
Mm-hmm.
It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. Oh, and the cool piece of toilet paper is stuck to the back.
Hell yeah. Let's go into that
Without
thing.
resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open. Inside, you see 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Let's
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
I smell it.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored, a touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Thank you, perception. I smell
Familiar
it.
handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand.
It's really fascinating that I can understand this language that was written in a woman's hand. Usually I could only understand letters, but this is a woman's hand.
A young woman in her 20s.
Or
There
that.
is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting.
Well, apparently I just did.
Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy.
Maybe.
Throw it away, please.
Hold on, my volumetric shit compressor just told me to break through. Break through soon. What? Huh? What? Huh? What? What is that? Breakthrough imminent! So it's not happening yet, just soon. I keep reading.
Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
What is a bow collector?
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Did the writing write out the stutter here? Is the you written out in the letter?
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs
There
and
we
the
go.
blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
Goodbye, damaged ledger.
No. Hold on.
I hold
To
on.
what? There's nothing.
You're the one who wanted me to hold on, Endurance.
Detective, is everything all right?
I'm good. Here's hoping that commenter wasn't fucking with me. Yeah, that's that. I assume this is what he meant. if I put my mouse over the center, I could talk to the I could talk to the logo.
There is nothing.
Nothing.
Again.
Again. Ah, right. Well, nice to meet you, ancient reptilian brain, again. Nothing?
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery. Just blackout.
I continue to just lie here then.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there.
Yeah.
And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who is that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who is that?
Who was what?
That.
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
I want to make that my ringtone. Just him saying slimy, but I'm cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Yeah, whatever makes me cool.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow.
What?
Because it's always there.
Tell him.
Why is perception smell telling me to tell someone something?
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
It smelled like betrayal.
Yeah, man. Fuck everything. Total blackout forever.
Is that the X something? The...
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Yeah, that.
Don't prod at it. It will start moving again.
Hey, Brain, do you know where Voyager Road is?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Now it's on pause. I'm just gonna keep lying here, I guess.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules?
I guess.
No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
The upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Thank you, commenter, for telling me about this.
Drink. Water.
The lieutenant is drinking a small extending a small canister to your mouth. I drink
The
it.
water is cold,
Thanks
silvery,
for
the
nothing.
stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
You remind me of that one subreddit that I guess my character now browses.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
Man, I really wish somebody punched me in the face at least twice before this all happened.
What happened?
That's what I want to know. I should ask you the same thing.
You were reading your paperwork.
Yes.
Then you passed out.
Yes.
I carried you to my kinema
Yes.
to take you to a hospital.
Yes.
Then you came to.
Why did you I don't know where I'm going with this. How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
Cool. Fuck it.
Good.
He hands you the waterlogged remains of your ledger.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Ledger of failure and hatred. This is the same ledger you found in the trash, only worse somehow. It makes you think about the letter, about the woman's handwriting, about not wanting to get out of bed in the morning. +1 inland empire, +1 empathy. That's more health for my... This is why you need to put your phone on silent. Real quick, authority, or empathy, no. What is empathy? Empathy, no. Volition gives me more health. What does empathy do? I mean, I know what it does, but... I don't...
Volumetric shit compressor.
Cool.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
I'll show you how long my shit singularity lasts, baby. All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. What does this mean to me, really? What does this give me? What is... All learning cap for endurance raised to 4. So now these all have 3 dots, but this one has 4. What does this mean for me? What do these empty squares mean? Ones that I put points into have a I might need some help with this in the comment section if you could give it to me. What does an empty square mean? As like, I know that a filled in square means I put a perk point into it. From from first guess, I guess it means that I could put more squares into it. I could put more perk points into it. I still only have 3. That, well, whatever. Let's see what White Morning does for us. Temporary research bonus -1 authority. Research time 5 hours. Problem: you see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you could see your eyelids flutter at the mention of what? A great white object, letting out its sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. What does this get me? Why would I want White Morning? What does this give me? See, Hobo Cop, that means I could be a Hobo Cop. White Morning just sounds like I'm gonna be sad. I don't want to be sad. Let's be the opposite of sad. Inspect the body hanging from the backyard. It's a preliminary inspection. You just need to suppress the urge to throw up and approach it. Right. Well. I've seen this over here. What is this? What is this? Some great tectonic forks has cracked the pavement. The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake, huh? Ooh, I get to zoom out real far. It's an M to see the map that I now realize I have. The Hanged Man. Oh, so these are a bunch of checks around the place that I have either like missed or not done. So I can go back to the broken window in my room to check that out. Instead of tracks, I could do that one again? Yeah, all right. There's the set of tracks underneath the tree. Kuno, empathy. Trash container, physical instrument, that's to open it up. Damaged ledger, medium. I'm not sure which this one is. No, that's to figure out what the words mean in it. These are found white checks. Those on white are available to try now. I see. So I could try the Hanged Man again. I could try to get the dock workers stuff, or I think that's to wake him up, I'm pretty sure. Or I could, pretty sure this is convince Kim that something. Kim, what's good?
Yes?
Yeah, that's to convince him that this is a sexy mystery. Which I haven't given up on. What are these? I feel like I need to explore a little bit more before I just run at the, This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. I feel like I need to do a little bit more searching around before I could... This thing. Before I could... What check is it now to,
There he still is, looking right through you.
I could do
with
this.
his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
From my shit compressing, it's much easier now. Alright, let's try it.
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty.
Not much more
With
to
your
throw up.
hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Certainly.
This delicate machine, ready for picking. Instinctively, you crack your fingers.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Cool.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Ooh, industrial. Well, let's look at those. First off, the boots. The boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Thank you, Inland. Thank you, Logic. These aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor he was stripped of.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is that?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't.
Why didn't they get his boots? Boots seems like it would be the easiest to get off.
We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could
Got it.
yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Oh, great. More talking to Kuno. Maybe he was just wearing these boots. There's nothing else.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Could have just been walking around naked just like this for all we know.
A good point. He could have been intoxicated, or something we cannot yet imagine. I shouldn't have assumed so much just from the clothes.
The material looks out of place.
It is. It's expensive.
Is it? Lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about? Because I have like $6 on me. What are these called again? I have $6 on me.
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
I think that depends on how much a year's worth of wages is. Yeah, fuck, let's be a bad person. Oh god, I need to sneeze. Hold on. Oh Christ. Oh no. Fuck. Ka-ching, baby! Not towards the boots.
By catching, do you mean, let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
That is what ka-ching means, yes.
Mm-hmm. It means disciplinary hearing.
The lieutenant nods, wiping his finger on his sleeve.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. This time, the latter.
Thank you, composure. How could this man explore? How did you afford that?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
These look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
I knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
I do not.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Damn.
Like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of? Wow. Scored perfectly on that one. What does this
If
remind me of?
trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Fascinating. I run my finger.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice
Oh, God.
the whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination: E50, 100, 1000.
Oh, that was really easy. It's trivial, so whatever. Looks like there's a serial number on the right boot.
Good. Can you read it to me?
He tips the drawing ball of what? He tips the drawing ball point of his pen on his tongue. E50.100.100. Apostrophe. It's not an apostrophe. Is it an apostrophe? I'm having a bad time.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
I want the boot.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
The lieutenant voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
What?
Even the mongrels can see you're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Do what?
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
This is advanced enemy technology. We should conduct research into their weaknesses.
This is not the enemy. This is the deceased, the victim, in a murder investigation.
What do I want to pick here? Fine. You're right. That makes sense.
It does make sense, doesn't it? Besides,
The lieutenant taps on the boot.
there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
Locals weren't tall enough.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Sounds like a plan.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
What's gonna happen to the boots then?
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
I
The
back off.
cadaver
Oh my
slowly
God, there's so
twists
much.
on the cargo belt. His torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
I was all just talking about the boots. Alright, let's see. Getting Hangman's boots. Yes. In order to succeed, the body has to be down, autopsy has to be finished, and Kim has to be absent. Those will be devilishly tricky, so don't beat yourself up in the manage to send the body. Okay, so this is my plan right now. The body needs to be down and autopsied first. But Kim cannot be around. So maybe I'm not going to beat myself up if I fail, but I do plan on not failing. And give the boots to the armor. What? Armored boots. Yep. The hanged man asks Kuno what he knows. Let's not. First, let's look at the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
I can't come up with anything other than a harbor.
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
I can't look into my inventory, but I'm sure that that guy who was sleeping, I took the thing off. I'm sure that was like a guard. Why do I keep saying guard? Because he's a guard. I'm pretty sure I have a harbor key card or something. How do they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
He points to the buckle tying to the belt. Tying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it.
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
Don't ask me, man. I'm just lumbering from one moment to the next. I'm hoping that you throw a shuriken. Is that racist? Shurikens are cool. I don't know. Shuriken. And cut that rope and he falls and then you do an autopsy and then you run away and I can steal his boots.
We all are. This belt worries me.
They sure wanted him to stay there. The polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Speaking of the tattoos, let's look at the
An
tattoos.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Is this a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
Ugh. A sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down his zipper of his orange jacket.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm.
Ooh. Barely got
He
that
takes
one.
a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's that?
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
A Triget Sunshine Mini.
An instant color camera.
He reduces two metal-capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting, then...
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
That's a pretty bad photo, not gonna lie. It's all blurry and shit. The lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in a cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
That seems like it's talking to me directly. Don't just use this on something stupid, please. What do we need this?